Well, today is May 7th, 2019. It's a Tuesday and a lovely day here in Virginia today. I'm titling this topic Sam's Club and TurboTax Scam. Oh boy, I won't talk the whole time on this. However, I had to start it that way. The reason is I've bought TurboTax for decades. I've been a Sam's Club member for decades. And usually I've gotten good service from both and always been satisfied with TurboTax. This year I bought my TurboTax, as I do most years, from Sam's Club. So we didn't have all of our tax stuff, so my wife and I went to Florida. We came back in April, went to load my TurboTax like I always do, and it wouldn't load up. I tried several times. Finally, I thought, well, it must be my operating system. So I called Microsoft. Support tech at Microsoft spent 2 hours with me trying to figure it out. I gave him the error code that I was receiving. Finally, he said, apparently, the software initiator, whatever that is corrupted. Therefore, just go back to your retailer, take the disk back, and just ask them to give you another one, which I did. Went to Sam's Club, stood in line, waited and waited. Finally, they got to us, told them I just wanted a new disk, that disk didn't work. Oh, wait. Please move to the side. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So they could wait on some other people, and then somebody went to get the manager, and whatever, and so finally the manager comes back. He says, oh, well, we can't do anything about that. You've opened the package. I said, duh. How would I know it didn't work if I didn't open the package? I'm not asking for a refund. I just want a disk that works. Well, I'm sorry, sir. We can't do anything about that. I suggest you try to get a hold of TurboTax. Okay, Sam's Club is off our list. We're never going back there again. Okay, call TurboTax. Actually, I should explain that. It took us a while to even find a number to get somebody at TurboTax. But we finally found a number that was valid, that wasn't disconnected or otherwise not working. Got some guy in India. I explained what happened. He said, you didn't buy that from us. I said, no, I got it at Sam's, where I get it just about every year. Well, you didn't buy from us. We're not giving you any support. And I said, wait a minute. I bought this from y'all. I'm not selling you nothing, and hung up on me. I went, what? So I called back. I called back 4 times. Every time I called, you could tell they answered the phone and then just hung it back up. 4 times in a row. Intuit and TurboTax, man, you talk about low on the scale. They've farmed everything out to foreign countries. Therefore, they're getting the lack of service for those of us in America that actually are paying for service. I paid very good money for TurboTax. I didn't go online and get the free version. No, I paid for what I got, like I do every year. So now I've got a piece of junk TurboTax that doesn't work, that will not load on my computer. And I suggest anybody hearing this, if you know anybody connected with Sam's Club or TurboTax, you need to let them become aware of the sorry, good-for-nothing, crummy, lousy lack of service that they're providing. Needless to say, we're not renewing our Sam's Club membership, and after all of these decades of using TurboTax, never using it again. Okay, that was my rant for today. Now let's talk about something positive. Basically, I talked about us. If y'all those of you that listened to my last video, I did a lot of uhs in there. And as we all know, that is unacceptable. When you speak, you never, ever, anything. Shows disrespect to the audience with whom you're interacting, and it gives the appearance that you ain't got a clue what you're talking about. I gotta tell you, I learned that when I was in the 7th grade. So when y'all listen to the video where I did all of those uhs, you're going to get really irritated, but I only did that about halfway through. Anyway, it was a very good object lesson if you could make it to the rest of the video. Anyway, today my newsletter basically was on us and how you speak and communicate and interact with other people. Also, how you dress. I don't know if any of you out there, and I know many of you guys out there are Christians, and probably the majority of you aren't, which is okay. Did you catch that? Never go up. Anyway, the bulk of what I'm trying to get across today is how you appear to anyone, first to Christians and pastors. These pastors that go around thinking that looking sloppy, having their shirt tails out, coming to church in jeans makes them somehow hip or whatever. No, it doesn't. You know, there's only a few places that really works. Inner city LA. Okay, I get it. You would say, let's see, that with a pair of jeans and your shirt tail hanging out, you're dressed better than 99% of the people in East LA? Maybe so. You have to think about what audience you are in front of. If you're in front of people that have little to nothing, you still want to be a step above where they are. What does that mean? Perhaps in LA it means a pair of jeans with a nice shirt, and you have your shirt tail out, and you have shoes that don't have holes in them. I don't know. I'm not in East LA. I'm in Virginia. I've been to Florida where I see people dressing very casually, and that's not how I dress. Why is that? Why do I dress different than many people do? Because I have respect for myself. I have respect for other people. Perhaps I might go somewhere and they would say, hey, I want to introduce you to my boss or the owner of the company or some parishioners. If I look like a slob, what kind of impression would I make? Not a good one. Also, for you pastors that want to dress casually, sloppy is the best word. What you're saying is, my God's a sloppy God. My God could care less what I look like. What my God really cares about is how much money you can bring into the church. Oh no, I didn't say that, did I? What my God really cares about is, what can you do for me? Oh, no, wait a minute, I didn't say that, did I? How you dress communicates to others the honor with which you hold God in esteem. If you dress sloppy, does that mean, oh, I'm just one of the people? What a crock. No, that's not what it means. It means you're lazy, sorry, can't get up off of yourself to dress appropriately. And dressing like a slob does not make you one of the people. If you're up in front of the congregation in any role, you should look professional, and you should look as if you honor the God you supposedly serve. Do you have to go in a top hat and tails? No. But you should dress nicely. Well, Reverend Booth, you know, everybody doesn't wear a tie now. I know that. Some people wear turtlenecks. Some people wear ascots. There was a family in one church we went to where they did come in a tuxedo, and his wife wore an evening dress. They were the best dressed people there. Were they trying to show off their money? No. They felt that was how they should come to church. 98% of the people there were factory workers at this particular church. They thought they were uppity. No, they weren't. They were just really nice, down-to-earth people. But nobody took time to get to know them. The reverse of that is somebody comes into church and they not only are a bum, they look like a bum. I mean, sometimes we've been in church, one church in particular I'm thinking of, a guy came in plastered. Man, he was loaded to the gills. So how would you react if somebody came into your church plastered? Let me tell you how this group of people reacted. There's 660 of us there that day. After church, 50 people went back to the back and thanked him for coming. Nobody said, you smell like a brewery. Nobody said, your clothes aren't appropriate. Nobody said, your shoes have got holes in them. They thanked him for coming. 50 people. It may have been more. I left at around 50 and went out to the hall to talk with some people. 50 people welcomed him. Know what? He came back on Wednesday. He came back the next Sunday. And in 3 or 4 weeks, he got saved. Not only did he get saved, he began working in the food and clothing ministry at that church, helping other people that were in the same situation that he was in and he got out of through his association with the church. That impressed me. Nobody told those 50 people to go back and talk with him. They did it out of love for him. He was a soul. He needed somebody to say, hey man, I love you. Some people and some pastors erroneously think, oh, if I dress down, I won't seem above everybody else. What? Wait a minute. You're supposed to be above everybody else because you are God's representative and you are a role model. A role model to everyone that comes to your church. Oh boy, sometimes I get frustrated with things as they are. Not things as they should be, or things as they were, just things as they are. Some were these people that have been successful in inner cities. This mentality has permeated the Christian world to where they think, oh, well, that's how you reach people, by looking like a slob. No. Those guys and girls were dressing a step above their clientele. Yes, somebody who goes to church is your clientele. I don't care what you think. Church is a business. That's your clientele. As a minister, we're supposed to service and take care of those that come to us. Not change them. Only God can change a person. We're supposed to love them. We're supposed to care for them. We're supposed to give them a role model, a figurine of this is how what it means to be at this level, whatever that level is. So think about that in your daily walk when you're sitting around the house and there's nobody there. Perhaps your wife works outside of the home. The kids are off to school. You're a minister and you're not going into the office today. Do you sit around in cutoffs, no shoes, and a t-shirt and let your beard grow that day? You slob. You piece of worthless human. Oh, did I say that? Yes, I did. Why did I say that? Because even if you're sitting around the house, what if somebody came by from the church or the postal person and had a package to deliver, and you come to the door like that? People know you're a pastor. Man, you're not giving forth a good image. It's like, hey, out of sight, I can do what I want to do. I can just be a slob. Thank the Lord he helped me to stop doing that. Yeah, I did. I used to do the same thing. So I'm not telling you something I'm not guilty of. I did do exactly the same thing. And when I was by myself, God spoke to me in my mind and he said, Joseph, what if I came by to see you today? And I'm going, you can come by anytime, God. Yes, I did. You come on down. He says, no. What if I physically came by and knocked on your door? Oh, that had an impact on me. What if he came to my door? What if he came to my door, not as God, but just as a person in need, or just as a person that has came by knocking on my door, maybe for a political campaign or whatever. And here I am looking like not so hot. We, as people of worth, and I think every person that God has created on this earth has worth. Nobody is a piece of trash. Nobody is useless. We all have worth and value. Do we value ourselves? Do we value those around us? Do we value the strangers that we don't know? How about, people that you just run into on the street? Maybe they don't look so hot. Do you screw up your face and turn your head or cross to the other side of the street? Or if you have the opportunity, do you engage them in conversation in a positive way? Our purpose of being here, I think, is to do our best to make life palatable with everyone which we have contacted. Are we going to win everybody for Christ? No. Can we present a Christ-like image with everyone we see? Yes. You may not like everybody. God likes everybody. So what are we supposed to do? I'll leave you with that. This is Rev, the Internet Pastor. See you next time.